So let's see. If function x is equal to 2ax plus b divided by x minus 1 and limit x tends to 0 of function x is equal to minus 3. So what we have given? The first function we have given, okay? This is the first function. How the function is defined? Function x is defined as 2x plus b divided by x minus 1. And now we can see that there are two unknown constant. A, we do not have given the value of a. We do not have given the value of b. So that means two constants are missing, a and b. And we have to find the two values, a and b. And what is more we have given? We have given if we find limiting value of the same function, this function, which we have given. If we find limiting value of the same function for x tends to 0, for this function, please understand, for this function, the function, we have given this function, and when we find limiting value x tends to 0 of the same function, here is fx, here is fx. No? Here is fx, here is fx. Means if you find limiting value of this function as x tends to 0, and then its limiting value will be minus 3. And again, if you find the limiting value of the same function is x tends to infinity, and then we will get the value 4. So we have given one function, right? But we have given two limiting value of the same function, right? So we have given one function, and then we have given its two limiting value. One at x tends to 0 and another x tends to infinity. Why we have given two limiting values? Simply because there are two unknowns, a and b. Please understand. Since there are two unknowns, a and b, and that's why we have given the two limits. If there was only one constant, only one unknown variable, and then we would have given only one limiting value, right? One unknown, one value, two unknowns, two values, three unknowns, three values, like this. And what is the main problem? What is required to, what is asked? What we are asked in the question? We are asked to prove that the functional value of 2. The functional value of 2 is equal to 11. So that simply means that if we substitute the value of x as 2 here if we put x is equal to 2, then we have to show that, we have to prove that the answer must come 11. So 11 is nothing, 11 is answer. And please understand, we cannot put the value of x as 2 unless we find the values of a and b. So unless we find the values of a and b, we are not going to put the value of the value of x as 2. So have you understood the questions? Please type yes or no. Have you understood the question? Please type. Sire Arel is saying yes, Vikas yes, Sagufa, Rani, Rajesh, Barsa, Priyanka. Okay, all of you is saying yes. Thank you. So this is very, very important. Triple star. Oh. So I will modify all my slides in the I will modify the slide from the upcoming slide. The most important question will be marked as the triple star, and so that you can revise this question several times. Okay, so let's do. So let's start the solution. First of all, we are going to write given information. What information we have given? First of all, the function is defined as 2ax plus b divided by x minus 1. Or, and then in our problem, we have given one limiting value. Let's see. In our problem, we have given one limiting value. What is that limiting value? Limit of the function at x tends to 0. And though its value is given minus 3, though limit of the function x at x tends to 0 is given minus 3. But we shall also find the value of limit by using this function, and later we shall equate, we shall make equivalent, and then we'll try to find the value of a or b, which is possible, right? So I think you haven't understood, so I will make this point clear right now. So what are we going to do? Okay, we are going to put the value of x as 0 here. You know that when you to find the limiting value, first of all, we have to substitute the value of 0. And after substituting, and then if it comes 0 by 0 form, and then it is undefined. If 0 by 0 doesn't come, or infinity by infinity doesn't come, or simply a real number comes, for example, k comes, 2 comes, 3 comes, and then it would be the limiting value, right? And that's why we are going to substitute the value of x, I know, the value of x here in this function. So wherever there is a x, we are going to write 0. So 2a, no. First of all, we have written the question. Please understand. First of all, we have written the question like limiting x tends to 0 same. And here we have written this function because this function is here. So we have put the value of the original function, which is 2x plus b divided by x minus 1. And now we are going to put the value of x as 0. So first of all, and no, wait. On the LHS, we have written minus 3. Why? On the LHS, we have written minus 3. Why? Because if you look at the question, then you'll understand what is the limiting value of function at x tends to 0. And its value is already given in the question. And so, minus 3 is the value of this function. Minus 3 is a limiting value of the function fx at x tends to 0. And that's why on the LHS, we can write minus 3, right? According to given information on the LHS, we have written minus 3. Okay, have you understood or not? Please type. Please say something. Because what I'm saying minus 3 is already given in the question. So it hasn't come from outside. No. It has come from the question, okay? And now on the RHS, let's substitute the value of x as 0. So here we will write 2a times 0 because 0 is the value of x and then plus b. And divide by 0 minus 1. Why 0 minus 1? Because don't forget that x0 is the value of x. And therefore, here we have written 0 minus 1. And now you will say, sir, what shall we do right now? Right now, let's solve this equation. And then we shall get the value of a or b. So let's write down. On the LHS, we have written minus 3. And what will happen? 2a times 0. 0. So we haven't written 0. On the numerator, what is left? B. On the numerator, only one variable is left. That is b. And we know that 0 minus 1 comes to how much? 0 minus 1 comes to minus 1. So can you solve this equation? Can anyone say what would be the value of b? I'm asking you, what would be? So Ajita, Syria has said minus 3, plus 3. Okay, thank you. Bharti, Suman, all are saying 3. Rakhi, okay, it's okay. And now what shall we do next? Can anyone say? What shall we do next? Okay, we have used only one limiting function. Please don't forget that there are two limiting values. First, x tends to 0. Second, x tends to infinity. And between these two limiting values, we have already used the first one. And so you must have understood. I know you must have understood. Now, it's the second limiting value we shall use. And now we are going to use the second limiting value. And when we use the second limiting value, and then from it we can get the value of b. Because from the first limiting value we get the value of a, no, value of b, sorry, I said wrong. And from the second limit we shall get the value of a. Okay, so let's do that. So from up to this point we have written, we have understood, and now we are going to see the next slide. Next slide. So, okay, we have written this thing on the corner. So if anything is written on the top corner, this is rough. Please understand. Whenever we write something on the top corner, then this is only for reminder. This is only for rough. And now we are going to write this limiting value of function x tends to infinity. के गर्ने होला? So we have written this thing. Why? Because the function is defined like this. So we have written this function. So what is the rules of finding limiting for x tends to infinity? The rules is very simple. We have to divide numerator and denominator by highest power, right? Sir, we haven't understood what you are saying. Okay, I'm just saying is that when you put the value of x as infinitive, then what will happen? You know that? Infinity by infinitive. Infinity by infinity will come. So, infinity by infinitive, and that would be undefined value. So, and that's why we take x common. Which common? Someone say that, sir, what are you saying? The common will not come. X won't be the common. No. I say there are two types of common, whole number and integer. So x can be taken as integer common. I know how? 2ax divided by x, and then what is left? Like this. 2ax dividing by common x. So 2a is left. b divided by x, and that's why it is the integer. Yes, ma'am? So here we have got the integer b by x. Similarly, from the denominator x minus 1, we must take common x. Integer common. So x divided by x, 1. Another 1 divided by x as it is. Nothing is changed. So you know that xx is cancelled. So what shall we do next? Okay, on the LHS we have written 4. From where has this 4 come? From where has this 4 come? This 4 has come from the question. Please say. The 4 is already given in the question. This is the limiting value. This is the limiting value of the function at x tends to infinity. Limiting value, right? And so we are going to write this thing here. So on the LHS we have written what? 4. On the LHS we have written 4. And now on the RHS, now when something by infinitive, you know the formula? Can anyone say what is the formula for something by infinitive? Which result will come when you divide something by infinitive? So Preeti said 0, Sweta 0, Sagufa 0, Vikas 0. एकजना 0 by 0 भन्दै थियो. No, 0 by 0 is not possible. Only 0. Jayatas right, Pinky right, 0, not 0 by 0, sorry. And that's why here we are going to put the value of x as infinity. So here we have written everything. Same, 2a plus all the constant and signs plus minus are written except x. So in the place of x, we are going to write infinity. Again, in the place of x, we are going to write value infinity. Okay? So now b by infinity means what? Something by infinity. Do not forget something by infinity. 0. Just like something by 0, just like something by 0 comes to infinity. Something by 0 comes to infinity, and its reverse is what? Something divided by infinity comes to 0. Both are opposite to each other, right? So what shall we do now? 4, 2a, b by infinity, 0. 1 by infinity, again 0. And then what shall we do? Then we shall do the cross multiplication. 4 is equal to 2a by 1. 1 is nothing for the denominator. We can ignore 1. And the value of cross multiplication we have done. 2a is equal to 4. And the value of a is equal to 4 by 2. That is 2. So now, so in the previous slide, I know, in the previous slide, we got the value of b as 3. And now we have got the value of a is 2. And that's why the question had asked us, you know, prove that functional value 2 is equal to 11. So now we have to use this function. And in this function, what we have calculated, the values for a and b, that values should be substituted here, because we have already calculated the value of b and the value of a, and those values we have to substitute here. After substituting, and then we shall find the limiting value. Limiting value of 2 means directly we have to substitute the value of x is 2, and then we try to calculate 11. So let's see 11 comes or not. Let's see 11 comes or not. So we are going to write this thing. Oh, now. So this was on the rough on the corner, and now it has come into the picture. Okay. So what shall we do next? Can anyone say? Priyanka Burman, Ajita Yadav have said that a is equals to 2. No. This is the old value. Okay. So here now we have to put not only the value of a but also the value of b. Seria Arial said put the value of a and b. Okay, Seria, you're right. So now in this function we are going to substitute the value of a and b. And the value of a, what is the value of a and b? The value of a and b, the value of a comes to a, and that the value of b comes to 3. So we have put the value of a and b. And after then, putting the values of a and b. And after then, let's simplify. 2 times 2x, 4x, 3 divided by x minus 1. And now the whole function is known. Okay? Originally, in the very beginning, in the function, some constants are made missing. But right now, we obtain the whole function. The whole function is known right now. So now we can prove. Now we can prove that. The functional value at x is equals to 2. The functional value at x is equals to 2 must be 11. So that thing now we can prove. So what shall we do next? What does this mean? Functional f2. How will you read function f2? F2? Can anyone say? How will you read function 2? We shall read like this. F means functional value. Bracket 2 means functional value at x is equals to 2. Okay? So functional value at x is equal to 2. And therefore on the on the RHS, we are going to put the value of x as 2. Okay, we have written the question, except x. X hasn't written, then but every sign, every number have been written. So what next? So here comes x. So we write 4 into 2. And in the denominator, there is only x. So we write 2. And then after, we have to simplify. We have to simplify here. Function 2. 8 plus 3 divide by 1. And functional value of 2 is equal to 11. So it was already given in the question. Is that prove that functional value 2 is equal to 11. And now we have proved functional 2 is equal to 11. So have you understood or not? Please comment. So Rajesh says yes, Ajita yes, Deependra, Pinky, Neha, Amarnath, Priyanka, Monica, Gaurav, Rani, Kamlesh. Okay, so all have Ranjana. Okay, so all of you have said yes. Thank you. So now you can take the screenshot from the beginning. This is the slide number 1, and here is the slide number 2, and here is slide number 3, and this is slide number 4. Here slide number 5, and here slide number 6.